Hello, I've been enjoying our read through the Bible in 90 days. I've been reading mostly in Braille, but this week I've been using the Bible app along with its audio features. For week 9, the reading covers Jeremiah 31, verse 23, all the way through Daniel 5. At first, I thought the book of Jeremiah would be boring, but it is packed full of adventures. Some key points of adventures are Jehoiakim burns Jeremiah's scroll. Jehoiakim tries to arrest Jeremiah, but God kept him hidden. Jeremiah then dictates another scroll again to someone else. Jeremiah was imprisoned and accused of deserting to the Babylonians. Jeremiah was thrown into a cistern. All these adventures of Jeremiah warning the people of God of what is to come, and the people either becoming angry with him or trying to kill him, all while Jerusalem is under attack. It was very sad to see Jerusalem being burnt down and all the royal officials and the king captured by the Babylonians. But God protects Jeremiah through all the chaos. It was sad to see God's people warned and they would not listen. Then we moved to the book of Lamentations, which was a very sad book. It was about the people of God being sorry for their sins, but yet it revealed small bits of hope that God did not totally abandon his people, especially after the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem and destroyed it. There was a small group left behind, and they wanted to express shame and grief about the destruction of their home. They wrote songs about their suffering, and it is a book about people of faith expressing their grief. The book tells us that it is okay to express anguish in a fallen, broken world. Then we moved to the book of Ezekiel, which was full of strange visions of cherubim and strange creatures, of the glory of God on his throne. Ezekiel did a lot of physical things that was a way of acting out what kind of judgment God was going to bring on his people. Sometimes he had to eat a certain way, lay down a certain way, not mourn when his wife died, cook a certain way. All these were examples of God's judgment on the land of Israel. The book of Ezekiel had a lot of examples of God's judgment, Israel's rebellion, but it too had small examples of hope where God was showing that he will not totally abandon his people, even though he was punishing them as a nation. Ezekiel talked about his vision of prophesying to old dry bones that represented Israel. Ezekiel talked about another vision in which he visits and watches a man, which is an angel, measure the rebuilt Jerusalem temple. Then we move to Daniel, which was a picture of Daniel and his 3 friends standing up to the king's pride in captivity. We see Nebuchadnezzar's dream about the future. And next week, in week 10, we'll be reading Daniel 6 through Matthew 23. We'll be working through the minor prophets where God's people have abandoned him. But in Matthew, we find the hope of the long prophesied Messiah. Happy reading.